Well, good evening, y'all. Wanted to give everybody just a little update on some of my projects I've been working on. Oh man, time gets away from me pretty quick. I mean, it just, something you think it's going to take you 3 or 4 hours, it winds up taking you a day and a half, something like that. But enough of that. What I wanted to say is quickly a couple of 3 things. One, on my little work truck here, the brakes they put on, the TBM brakes, those things are fantastic. So if you're thinking of putting on TBM brakes on it, don't think on it anymore, just go for it on the thing. Because I would say this, the factory brakes were fantastic. These are just a little bit better than that on it, and because I bought the truck brand new, and I know how they felt new, and then up till I changed them over, so yeah, I can give you, and that's not an advertisement for TBM, because I pay for them just like everybody else. Now then, what I wanted to say too was that the pads on these right here are, from what I looked at the wear on the pads, and I've been doing some hard braking on it just to see what it's going to look like. They're as good as the factory stuff, and even better in a lot of cases on them as far as wear, because I've measured it a couple of different ways on the factory pads versus these pads. Anyway, enough about that. I'm not trying to sell you on something, just wanted to include you in it. Also been working on a few little things as we're doing it. We've got all of the pieces now to drop it down. It won't make a lot of difference in the performance, but it'll drop it some, because we'll quit that wheel hop thing when you got it in four-wheel drive on it, so when you leave the line. Then, on to some of my next projects on it is the SC. Cletus and I had it out yesterday, and I think he was kind of surprised with it. Well, at least he said he was. He's got a bunch of fast cars, and he runs in that 6-second bracket and 5-second bracket and all like that, but he still said for a street car, pretty darn fast. Plus, there's a lot left in it where we can turn it up. And it's got the tires on it for it, got the turbo for it, and all of the stuff to do just exactly that. Now, so any of you that are thinking about, like on the SC of doing that, what's a typical 2JZ, but all the stuff that goes along with that, and induction performance, I gotta tell you, those guys that's a class act. They do exactly what they say they're gonna do, and they do it to that level and even beyond that. And they make sure that their customer, I mean, I know those guys, yeah, but that, it's paid for just like everything else. But they wanted to make sure that I was completely happy with what it was, and more than happy. It done exactly what they said, and there's more yet to come from that. Now, also back on the truck for just a minute, on the brakes, if you're thinking on those, they've got all the pieces in-house now to put a complete system on the F-150. And it's well worth the money that's put into those. If I had it to do over again, I'd do it sooner. Knowing what I know now, I'd do it sooner. And then it's going to be, I'll include the truck. I don't know if I'm going to have the SC into the FL2K or the truck, I'm not sure. But we've got a few more things to do to the truck. I'd like to have it in the low 10s, high 9s by that time. But we'll see. We'll have to get to that portion of it and see. The Buick, I think I mentioned in another video, the Buick is done. I've got a 01 model. It's a 2500 Chevrolet long bed pickup. Had a few things had to do to it, fuel pump and a few other things. It's done, running great. The black one, which is sitting right here, it's never let me down on it. And as my buddy James Tyler says, don't mod your daily. So we haven't modded that thing in it at all. And it does great. It does great, for what it is, a completely stock unit. Got a few miles on it, but other than that, it does fine. Then, what I'd like for you guys to do for me, if you would, oh, and by the way, how about this? New shirt. Just released yesterday. But what I'd like for you guys to do, if you would, let me know some of the topics that you'd like for me to address or do. Now tomorrow, I have some people coming from Japan, of all places, over to here. They want to go over some detailing techniques and that sort of thing. So, no, I ain't that famous on the thing. It's just through a distributor of mine. He said, would you be willing to do them some videos? And I said, yeah, sure. I just get to share the videos. So they'll not be in the videos. It'll be me in the videos, just going over some basics. But what I'm doing, I'm going to record those, and then I'll also have them online here for you guys to look at. So any others that you want me to do apart from those, or any subject you want me to address, let me know, and I'll be happy to do it. Thank you.